Story, Saturday, September 23rd, 2017. Steve Sipress here in the, it's getting darker by the minute, but it is not yet completely dark here in Pacific time zone in during the daytime, way too sunny Arizona. Wherever you are, it's likely that the sun is already set, but I have just enough light, barely. I'll be quick to record today's video, the success story of Dolly Parton, and today's rhino of the day is this wood rhino. It's actually attached to a wooden fork as part of a set of salad utensils. The wood rhino, because of course our subject of the day, success story, Dolly Parton, has been extremely successful, has acted in several hit movies in Hollywood, and owns a theme park that she built from scratch known as Dollywood. So we have the wood. And Dolly Parton, who grew up, as she says, dirt poor and lived in a one-room cabin, and she was one of 12 kids. So that's 14 people all packed into a one-room cabin growing up. That's poor. But she started singing at an early age, and through her tremendous talent, she progressed through singing in radio and singing in person and then recording albums. Then she started her own label. I think it's called, well, I should have looked all this stuff up, but I think she has her own record label. She has her own radio and TV production company. So now she produces films and movies. I think she's written over 3,000 songs. I think she's recorded more. She's had more top 10 selling albums than anyone else of all time. She has sold like over 100 million different records, or whatever they call them these days. So she's an immensely successful performer. She's also won all the different awards, the Tony, the Grammy, the Oscar, the this, that, whatever. But as an entrepreneur, she's taken that money and she's put it into this production company, this entertainment venue company. So she has about a dozen theme parks all over the country that she has been a part of, or some of them she sold and some they still exist, and I'm sure she's still going to keep building more. And she's now tremendously involved in charity, and so all kind of just a fantastic, great business career on top of a performing career. And in case you think that's not something to be celebrated, how many recording artists, no matter how much success they have, never then become extremely successful business people. A lot of them go into business and don't succeed, but she's had wild success in everything she's done. And the reason that Dolly Parton came to mind is I was watching, of course I would not watch the actual show of one of these award shows of whatever it was, Emmy, Tony, something or other. The Oscars, I think, is in the spring, so it wasn't that one. But she's out, oh, it was probably the singing one? I don't know, because it's Dolly Parton. So, but they brought her on stage, and I just saw the clip of it, acceptance speech, or maybe they were giving an award, or they were accepting an award. I don't know what it was, but the 3 stars of the movie 9 to 5 from like the 80s, and where she wrote the hit song that went to #1. It's part of her successful career. And the 2 co-stars that she was flanked by, these flamingly angry progressive liberals, you know, they still haven't gotten over the fact that their candidate lost the election almost a year ago. They probably never get over it, and they are incredibly angry not only with said candidate, who is beyond miserably criminally corrupt and arrogant and miserable, and so she lost the election, but they're also angry with like half of America that voted against said corrupt criminal candidate, and so they're so angry and they haven't gotten over it. And so since they're in their bubble of only hanging out with people with similar thoughts, they're in this room with thinking they're with people all these similar thoughts. It's so easy for them to alienate half of America with their ridiculous "I can't get over it" comments. But Dolly Parton, in the middle of these 2 lunatics, was, I think, in typical Dolly Parton fashion, she was like, if you can't say something nice, don't say it all. So she just didn't say anything at all. Because if she wanted to speak the truth, of course, she would have put these 2 ridiculous people flanking her in their place and said, get over it, you lost. And stop being so stupid as to be angry with half of America who just happens to disagree with you. It's America. It's just a disagreement. no matter who you think is right or wrong. One side just believes the government should take care of everybody, and the other side believes that people should have more personal freedom from government deciding what people should. Pretty much just comes down to that. And so Dolly just sat in the middle and rolled her eyes or shook or nodded her head or acted in disbelief, shock, as if she didn't know what they're going to say. But, you know, and she is an actress. But it was so commendable that she didn't say anything, you know, because there were three of them, right? Wouldn't you think, like, number one going to have her say, two is going to have her say, Dolly is going to have her say, and of course she's not going to chime in with their childish, I haven't gotten it over it, deranged, unhinged lunatic statements. And so she said, therefore, I'm just not going to say anything at all. She's in front of an audience that would have booed her and hated her and whatever. She's just way too smart for that. So she's way too smart to say anything derogatory about half America, and she's way too smart to say anything derogatory about the other half of America, so she didn't say anything at all. Brilliant, typical Dolly Parton brilliance. And no wonder she's had a career for over 60 years and is still wildly popular across all spectrums of life, and probably not only throughout America for sure, but probably all across the world. And that is what I call a success story fitting for today's Success Story Saturday. So Raymond Aaron is here. Great to see you, Raymond. Another success story in his own right. And that's it for Success Story Saturday. As it gets darker and darker, it's probably about to be completely dark here, especially if I shut off that light that's behind me. Oh, it's over there. And so I'll be back tomorrow with Sunday Fun Day, which don't expect much. I just kind of check in and say hello. You know what? I don't even know who my beloved but miserably horrible New York Jets are playing tomorrow. Whoever is, lucky them. But I will be rooting for the Jets to win, just because I am a loyal Jets fan, but actually hoping that they continue their quest for the absolute perfect season so they can end up getting the first draft pick next year. But I will check in tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day, and I hope to see you with me over and out. Bye-bye.